Hello, I'm Bood and welcome to my channel. Thanks as always for checking out one of my videos. If you're brand new, feel free to subscribe. Make sure you go and check out some of my other content. If you're one of my long-time subscribers, as always, appreciate the support. Hit that thumbs up. If you really want to help the channel out, you can always become a patron. You'll find a link to my Patreon down below in the description, along with a lot of other information. Now, this is another rebuild, and a rebuild I've wanted to do for a while because, I'll be honest with you, I quite like Spurs. I always did as a kid. I like teams that play in white. But I feel like they're like a sleeping giant, in my opinion. They've won the odd trophy, but they're this huge club with so much potential, and I want to make them reach that potential, hopefully. So my aim is to basically try and win a Premier League or a Champions League, maybe. We'll have to wait and see. But I've got many hurdles I'm probably going to have to overcome before that happens. But hopefully you're going to enjoy it and stick with the series. Probably won't if you're an Arsenal fan, but I'll forgive you. Anyway, let's get into it. So welcome to the homepage, and obviously we all know who Spurs are. Tottenham Hotspur. I just feel like when I was a kid, this team used to have so much flair. I always look at Spurs as an attacking team, but we all know who the manager is, and I'm a Manchester United fan, so I know all about their manager, and I just think he goes about things the wrong way, personally. And I want to come in and change it, change everything about it. A quick history recap, and the club's had success: 8 FA Cups, a couple of Europa Leagues, 2 top flight cups, a lot of Carabao Cups. I think, is that the last thing they won? I think it is. So, you know, this club's huge in my opinion, but itching for some proper silverware. Now, of course, they're called Spurs, founded in 1882. First rivals Arsenal, of course, and then Chelsea, but Arsenal's the main one. North London derby, we all know about that, and obviously West Ham. Lots and lots and lots of legends. So of course I've taken Jose Mourinho's job. You know, he is a bit controversial, he's a bit defensive, he's a bit boring these days, so I want to come in and freshen it up. I want Spurs to play attacking, exciting football, and that's going to be my aim, and we're going to go for it. And one thing I'm very happy with is the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. I'm a Man United fan, and Old Trafford's amazing, it's huge. But I personally think the best stadium in the country is this place. And in a weird way, it's going to become my own stadium because I'm a massive NFL fan, and we will be getting our own franchise. It's just a matter of time. It's going to happen. Everything's building towards that. And this will become our home when we do get our own team, so it becomes my own stadium. It actually can transform from a football/soccer stadium into an American football stadium, a proper one, the only one in the country. It's an amazing, if you ever watch the video when it does the transformation, it's amazing. So awesome. We've got state-of-the-art training facilities, state-of-the-art youth facilities, excellent academy coaching, and excellent youth recruitment. But what we haven't really got compared to the other big clubs is money. We all know Daniel Levy is a bit tight on the old purse strings, but this club isn't extremely rich, which probably holds it back that little bit from consistently being in the top 4, top 3. You know, you're on this game with United or City or Chelsea, you get on Liverpool, you get 100, 200 million every year to spend. Now, we're actually predicted to be 5th, which is fair enough, above Arsenal, which I'm sure Spurs fans would enjoy. But one of the main reasons as well I want to do this rebuild is I've played a lot of Football Manager, and Spurs have been relegated on several saves of mine. Quite a few. I've seen them battling relegation, all under Mourinho, and it's like on the game, Mourinho, he comes in, it goes backwards, and they struggle on the game to get anywhere back to the top. And like I said, they've been relegated, so yeah, hopefully we can not do that and can build something cool. Staff as well, I was quite surprised about. I was going to try and do my bit here, try and improve it. It's a massive help, so I had a lot of work to do here, but you know, if you know me, I fucking love it. What did the board want me to do? Well, they just want to get in the Champions League. Well, we need to, because we haven't got a super rich owner, or he's not willing to give us the money. So I need Champions League football if I really want to kick on. If I ever want to start getting players in, really, it's a challenge for a title, which is my main aim, is the Premier League on this series. I need money. I'm probably gonna have to go down the younger player route, trying to see if I can pick up any good buys as well. We'll wait and see what happens. As for the cups and all that, be nice to do well in Europe, wouldn't it? Because maybe that'll be our avenue if we could win the Europa League, into the Champions League if we fail in the Prem. The squad itself, once I look through it, and obviously I know quite a lot of the players, is good. It's a good squad. I'd say we've got 2 very, very good players. Obviously Harry Kane, we need to hold on to him because I don't know how I could replace him. I mean, if someone came in with 150 million, I might sell him because I could probably do a lot with that. But at the end of the day, realistically, I need to keep him and Son. I think Son is fantastic and play out wide on the left, which will suit my tactic. Hopefully, Bale's better on here than he is in real life at the minute. And we have got some good players. There's a lot of talent. I mean, Dele Alli's decent. Eric Dyer's decent. It's just okay, innit? There's a lot of work to be done here. I want to do these things, but obviously Jose doesn't. But the club itself wants to play attacking football. I will be doing. Wants to sign players under the age of 22. I'll definitely be doing that. It's what I always like to do. Keep the ball. Develop our own players. Play entertaining football. The Spurs way. So tactically, I'm no tactician. On my custom club series, if you haven't seen it, it's called Tame Valley FC. I have made my own and we've changed it over the years. But it's a different club, different kind of player. I've got a lot on at the minute. I've got a baby and a kid and a full-time job, a wife. And I like looking over people's tactics. I'm a lazy bastard. And I'm using this in other saves. I've used it in other series. It's made by The Reckonist. Go on Steam Workshop, you'll find it. I think it's the 3rd most subscribed to tactic. But I just think it suits the squad. I want something like this that plays attacking football. Pre-season was pretty decent. I'm happy with it. Had a lot of games, played some local teams down south, and then went to America. Now I've jumped forward to January, halfway through the season. You can see we've not got a ton of money really, have we? We're overspending on wages. We ain't got Champions League football. And you're probably wondering, did you make any changes? Well, I wanted to see what the squad was like. I wanted to really get through a season, see who I like, who I don't like, make an assessment that way and work on that hopefully in the second season, see if I could make this team better on my own. But like in real life, I think when Harry Kane gets injured, they lack a bit, don't they? The whole team lacks a bit, and I just feel like they've got a lack of strike force, really. I mean, I've been playing Son on the left, and you'll see that. But I made a signing. I signed one player for 3.something million as a backup because he can score you a couple of goals and he's a legend to me and a legend to a lot of you, especially my old school subs. But then a player came up for one of my scouts who was on a free and I totally forgot about him, who I still think's class, and I thought, wow, I'll sign him as well. First up, signed for only something like 3.7 million, is Lawrence Shankland. A lot of love for this kid, absolute beast in Scotland. He's not going to be a world beater, and I signed him before I got the other guy, and I was happy as a backup because he will score you the odd goal. Because we've got Diego Costa, ex-Chelsea man, Atletico Madrid man, on a free, who is, weirdly, he's always looked about 50 years old. He's only 32, I think he was 31 when I signed him, I think. Or he just turned 32. But he's still a very, very good player. And again, he hasn't played a ton of games. Harry Kane, luckily for me, hasn't been injured, which is great. And maybe I can move him on. He's worth 23 million. If I can get 10, 15 million in the summer, great. We'll see what we do. Maybe I'll keep him. I don't know. It depends how happy he is. Let's get on to the Carabao Cup. And you can see I started off B-teaming it against Swansea, but the boys didn't let me down. Great game, 5-2. Then it was on to Everton and I B-teamed it again. It actually had to play Ali up front just because of fitness and injuries and so on. So, yeah, Everton, man. That's a good result with that team. Next up came Bournemouth. B-teamed it again. Diego Costa getting a game and a goal. 2-1. So, yeah, we are doing all right in the Carabao. And we're into the semi-finals against Watford. I really, really like Watford's kit. That home kit. I love a black and yellow kit anyway. Obviously, the FA Cup hasn't started for us, but we have got Sunderland. Lee Johnson's Sunderland. League One Sunderland. Still, to me, is so weird that Sunderland are down here. What surprised me is a club of our size from England had to qualify so much to just get to the group stages of the Europa League. But it started off well with a 3-0 victory. Then played a team I have never heard of. Anathorsis Famagusta. 3-0 as well. Bale up top. Then came another team with another crazy ass name I can't pronounce. And yeah, I don't know if you've noticed, but I've been taking risks really. Some good players, some played in this game, but I've been resting players and we still managed to get ourselves through into the group stage. A group stage that we won, we didn't get beat, although we did draw 2 games. There's the games we drew. There's the games we won. But again, I was taking risks because the Premier League's most important. I want to do well in this, but I could take it more seriously as it goes on. And this is no offence, but a Tottenham Hotspur B team should be beating every single one of them teams anyway. And we're going to be playing a very good Spanish side. I think they've got a lot better recently. I think they're doing quite well in real life at the moment. I like their kit and all. How are we doing in the Premier League? And we're 4th. Only lost 2 games. Harry Kane is good. I don't think I've ever had Harry Kane on the game. I've never been Spurs before. I've never signed him when I'm a big club because he wasn't the easiest to get. You always go for a Haaland or someone like that, don't you? But yeah, halfway point, we're not doing too bad. Let's have a quick look at some of the results. So we've got beat off Newcastle at home, which hurt, and we've got beat off West Bromwich Albion. How weird's that? Drawn 5, Southampton, Leeds, Villa, Arsenal, North London Derby, and we drew with City, which is always a good result. And then we've had some cracking wins. The game against Liverpool was absolutely fantastic. Can't knock it. And then we absolutely annihilated one of our rivals, West Ham. Goal scoring wise, we're doing very well. Kane, Son, good players. Dele Alli is doing a decent job. I'll show you the squad in a sec, but I was more than happy with that. Defensively, we're sitting in 6th. Again, we've got some decent defenders, but there's a lot of little holes that I can't wait to start putting my own little touch on. So yeah, I'm loving the tactic. The guy does great work, the Reckonist. I can't praise the guy enough for what the effort he puts into his tactics. He's been consistent for years, but I really like it. I think it fit the team. The players fit it. I've got players who can play in different positions and can cover in different places. And the squad itself, like I said, it's good. It's very flexible. I think it is better knowing I've got that safety cushion like Harry Kane at the minute. I've run him into the ground. 17 goals he scored though. It's Gareth Bale. Obviously, in real life, he's not played as much. Has he really got that desire anymore? His best years are behind him. On the game, he's still got ability. I mean, if you look at him, he's still a great player. His work rate ain't great, but he can play on both wings. He can play up front. And for me, he's been good. Obviously, I don't know what happens after this first year, if you can renew his loan. Will I not? Probably not. It's a lot of money we're paying him. Like I said, I've never had Harry Kane. I know how good he's on the game, but when you're actually looking at him and using him, he's great on this game, and he has got bags of ability. Great pass with the ball. Penalty taker extraordinaire. Yeah, fantastic player. My left back, pretty decent. One position I'm pretty happy with. Although his profile picture on here makes him look like he's 12. He's definitely aged. And I mean, United, it was talk of us getting him in the summer, but he went to Spurs. I really like this lad. And I know he's a great player in real life, but I think he's been fantastic. He could do more. He could probably score more, set more up. But I like him on the game. He's actually wanted, and I've seen him go to United, City United. I've seen him go to United on another save. But this is the kind of player we need to keep and try and build the team around him in Kane. Because, like I said, there's a lot of good pieces. There's just a few holes, and one of the holes is my goalkeepers. I've got Joe as a backup. Who has a backup? I don't think he's that bad. His all-round game's still decent. 33 and he's English, but Hugo Lloris used to be a lot better than that. He has not. At 34 with that ability, a keeper that's going to take me to a top. You need to build from the back. So looking at my squad, going into the summer, whatever happens at the end of this year, my main target is to get a top keeper if I can. Well, the Carabao Cup semi-final, we won, getting ourselves into a final, which was absolutely fantastic. And Diego Costa and the B team got us there. But would I stick with the B team in the final? No. Would I, Hackers? No. Although we did FM, Manchester City, 1-0, picking up a trophy. My first season is always a lot of fun. Obviously, it was back at the end of February, so I won't go to live comment because I've got the rest of the season to play. And that's not this series format, but it is the least of all the 4 trophies you ever go for, I suppose, isn't it? And it's nice to win one. It's nice to get my name on that board, but this is what this club's done in the past, picking up the league trophy. We need to set our sights higher, but now everyone's got a taste of winning. Maybe we can build on it. And we beat Man City. That's always mega enjoyable. I might say it's not the most important cup, but it's a cup, innit? Shall we see the cup final winning goal? I can't pronounce his name, but I don't care. What a finish. On to the FA Cup, and we started fantastic. Against the League One side with a B team. Again, the Cups, like I said, if I can give guys a game, I am. Obviously, there's some good players in there who can be my main team. But I was just trying to rest players. When I came against Sheffield United, though, they were a Premier League team, so I kind of wanted to do quite well there. And we did. We won 3-1. Kane and Son with the goals. Against West Brom, I felt a bit more confident, plus we had other important games in and around that time, so I switched back to my lesser played team, and we just about did it. I mean, we're talking penalties. And then with my best team, we couldn't FM them this time. We didn't create a lot like we didn't against them in the cup final. And they got the revenge. Although, you know, I'm alright with that. We beat you in a big one. You beat us in a freaking quarter final. On to the Europa League, and we started off well. Good result against a good team away from home, winning 2-1. Played fantastic back in London. Very happy with this result. Diego Costa started to do a lot better. He started to play a bit more, but he started to score. I know he didn't score in this game, but he did start to play more and score more. Next, we had to go to Rome to play Roma. Probably lucky, really, to come away with something. But we did a professional job back at our place, beating them 2-0. So very happy with this. And at this point, we've drawn Thomas Tuchel's Chelsea in the quarters. Yeah, London derby, two-legged. Going to be tough. Well, like I keep saying, it's all about the Premier League. And I mean, I've got the same squad of Jose Mourinho has had, that I've seen him fighting for relegation and be relegated with. And I've added Lawrence Shankland and Diego Costa to it as backup strikers. And that's it. So it shows you, doesn't it? You get a good tactic, which we are using. But it's not just about the tactic. It's all about a lot of the decisions you make in it. And I think I'm good in the game decisions. I don't always make the best ones, but I think I make enough sometimes to do well. And we've only lost 3 games. Now I've reversed the dates so you can see the games we've got left. And we've got some huge games against some big teams there. But we've had some good results. We beat United. We drew again with Arsenal. We drew with Liverpool. We drew with Chelsea. We beat Man City in the league. Let's enjoy that one. Lovely, innit? And we've only lost once, and that was to Aston Villa. I mean, the 3 games we've lost this year, no offence to the teams we've lost against, but they're teams I thought I'd win. But I started to really like this team and a lot of the players, and I'm getting a feel for some of them, and I'm starting to know what I want to do, what I keep. And, you know, I always plan a few years ahead with a rebuild like this. There's guys I'm thinking, yeah, I want you out. There's guys I'm looking at thinking, you might have to wait because of finances, but I'll give you another year and then I'll maybe get rid of you. And I'm always planning and thinking ahead. Well, if you're a Chelsea fan, you'd have really enjoyed this. And I'll be honest with you, I felt like, I don't know why we just didn't turn up. And we just fell flat at home, 1-1. Even game. We didn't look like we had any desire or fight. It was a bit disappointing, but maybe this is kind of what we need, even though it did anger me. A Premier League which is looking pretty safe going into the last game of the season. I just thought the last game of the season is a big one. It's a derby. It's away at Chelsea, so a chance for us to maybe get some revenge. Hopefully, they're in 7th. So, yeah, that's disappointing for them. Welcome to Stamford Bridge, and it's the best team I could put out. It's probably the best team, apart from one player. You might notice him because he's fucking injured. So, yeah, I was hoping you're going to get to see the boys in full flow, but we're going to have Diego Costa leading the line today. They're in all blue, we're in all white. I like it a lot. Obviously, a big game. They annihilated us in the Europa League, but we beat them in the league. I'm pretty sure we did. Maybe we drew with them. But obviously, they're a good team. I mean, I know they're struggling in real life. They've got rid of Lampard, but they've got some top players and they spent a lot of money. And I also think, you know, no Bale, we'd have a lot more money to wiggle around. I think Depay could come in and replace Bale in my attack. He's just keeping his options open at the minute. I think we need to finish the season and officially be, I know we've qualified, but officially be a Champions League team. And then we might have more of a shout. But I'm keeping tabs on him. We'll see. Right, here's Diego Costa. Wasn't 100% fit himself. I like that though. One is a free kick on edge of the box. But Kane's knackered. Kane is done. He's given everything this year. And, you know, we've achieved our goals. We've won a trophy. Oh, son. We've won a trophy and we're in the Champions League. I don't know when you're watching this. Maybe you watch it in the future. Maybe you're watching it when it first come out. But Spurs got beat last night, which was another reason for me to think to myself, I'm so glad I've been doing a Spurs rebuild. Got beat 5-4 FA Cup. Oh, woohoo! Right out the crossbar. All right, we're approaching the end of the first half. 2 minutes of extra time. Dele Alli has been decent for me on here, sitting behind the strikers. He's contributed. That's another role I'd like. Oh, piss off! I knew it was going to be something. It's either them or us scoring. It always isn't it at the end of the first half highlight. Well, I'll give him a good old kick up the arse. But what I was going to say is Dele Alli's decent. That's another role, and we need a Van der Vaart or Christian Eriksen in the prime. That's what I'd love, a little superstar. Even if they're coming towards 28, 29 years old. I'm excited to see what I can achieve, but it's all about money, isn't it? Right, 20 minutes to go. I've brought on Winks and Moura on the right for Gareth Bale, who's been a bit shit today, hasn't he? I mean, here's the new boy, fresh legs. Oh! Dele Alli, can you turn? Can someone just shoot it? Pick that right out. Pierre! You having that? I was honestly just going to do this whole little speech about, you know, we're going to get beat here. We've done what we need to do this year. We've got our trophy. We're in the Champions League. Does it really matter? Yeah. Hopefully in the future, we can have some important live comms. Cup finals at the end of seasons or something. Here we go. Doherty. Winks. I thought Winks was going to be a super sub then. Can you see Evolving Mindset? Can you see it? Did you see it flash up then? If you're brand new to my channel, it's my friend's mental health charity. We're trying to support them all year. I've done an Evolving Mindset video, if you've not seen it, about a story about a guy who hits rock bottom and builds his way back up and becomes a footballer. My main series with Tame Valley, which if you've not checked that out or you're not watching it, sort yourself out. It's amazing. Our main sponsor, they're not paying me, is Evolving Mindset. We had shirts made with the sponsor on it, which are awesome. And yeah, Football Manager put them in the game for free. Just if you are struggling with mental health, don't feel like you're on your own, reach out to Evolving Mindset. There should be links down below. Oh, I might have to ring them after this game. Well, we lost the last game of the season against a rival, but it doesn't matter. I'm not taking too much from this. We're in the Champions League and we've got a trophy in the cabinet. This is the final league table. Chelsea have got themselves a spot. Fair play to them. West Ham, West Brom and Newcastle have gone down, but we're Champions League. Come on, Mr. Levy. Open the old checkers. Man City beat our arch rivals in the FA Cup, and of course we won the Carabao, didn't we? Well, Chelsea actually had a chance to get a Champions League spot and failed at the final hurdle. What a Champions League final this would be. I mean, Real Madrid have won yet another one, but they beat Barcelona. Ooh. Now, one thing that helped me this year, and I've not really looked at, and we're going to look at in more detail in the next one, so we're running out of time, was my staff. Brought in a ton of new staff, restructured everything completely. Financially, yeah, cha-ching. Not bad, that is it. They give me 77. You're never going to set the world on fire, are you, with that? But I can achieve something with it. Well, there you go. That is the end of the first season, end of episode 1. Hopefully you enjoyed it enough to stick around, subscribe, hit the like button, comment down below. All the interactions helps my channel grow. Thank you very much. I know not everyone's a Spurs fan. I understand that. And I know it's a big club in the Premier League, but my rebuild series was about that, big teams who need that push. That's what it originated as. So I'm going back to the series roots with this one. And it's not like a United and Arsenal rebuild like I've done in the past, where I've got loads of money and I can go out and buy loads of players. It's going to be a different way of doing things, like picking up freebies like Depay maybe, and hopefully building something. And I am so excited for it. Hopefully you are too, and I really appreciate you taking the time to watch it. Hopefully after this you might go and watch my Tame Valley series. Thank you very much. I'm also doing a mini series called the Mystery Box Challenge you might want to watch. Just go and check it all out. What else are you doing? Anyway, thank you very much. I'm Bood. I'll see you next time.